Fuck. I just... Let's go! Sevens! By the way, I know you guys are there. It's just I have more important priorities right now. A disclaimer for anybody coming into this video. This video talks a lot about like maybe some like philosophical stuff, a lot about spiritual stuff, and death is among those topics. So if you don't need an existential crisis right now or anything of the sort, I completely respect. Get out of here. Take a nice rest. Good old mental health is far above, you know, anything. So please, this is a disclaimer. Just go ahead and get out of here. And also, I'm not here to debate about anything about the afterlife, spiritual stuff, the existence of whether people have a soul or not, or yada yada this, yada yada that, whatever. I'm not here to debate that. I'm just here to talk straight from the heart. Also, this video is going to be way more yappier, if that's a word, than my other videos. Mainly because this is me more so speaking from the just coming from here more so, and also a lot of this is kind of unplanned and last minute. I will be honest, and also I would like to just put on the record, I'm not the most religious or spiritual person out there. I am very much a fence sitter in almost every fucking belief I have. Not all of them. Like, of course, AI, I have a pretty strong belief against that. But or generative AI to be more specific. But it's just for when it comes to certain things, I'm not here to debate. But when it comes to this, just know I'm coming in with the pretense. Just so you get so that way you guys have the pretense of my beliefs. I do have the moderate belief. Maybe so, maybe not. I hope so. That we all have a soul, or there's maybe something that connects us all, something of that nature, more than just the mind and body. You know, go ahead and throw in the soul there, a little bit of a holy trinity going on. You know, stuff like that. I'm not here to debate things. I'm just here to yap from the heart. So, also, I might touch on sensitive topics. The main topic for today's video is, I'm just going to get straight into the meat. Should video games, should they be laid to rest? As in, like, should video game IPs, the big ones out there, should we lay them to rest, or should they just continue going on forever? What I mean by IPs is like, Sonic the Hedgehog, Pokemon, your Call of Duties, like franchises that going on since the 80s and 90s. That's sort of what I bring up. And I'm asking, should we put them to rest? Should we let them keep going? It's a question that I ask myself a lot, especially as we continue moving forward through time. Because with so many games coming out, eventually, I feel like Sonic, for example, is one I'm the most concerned about as like I stated earlier in the last video, a Sonic fan. Like Sonic is, I don't know, to me Sonic is not written to last forever. It's gonna inevitably hit a wall. I don't know, just Sonic feels like that franchise that will hit a wall inevitably. Because it's like the stories are written with character development in the mix. So it's one of those things where it's like, you can't. How long are you gonna milk the hog? Like with the latest game Shadow, like his character, his story arc is on a neat bow. That doesn't mean you can't do more of a character, of course, but it's just how long will this go on? Now, personally, I think they could do, like, I am of the belief that you can do a shit ton, with a character, even if they can't develop any further. I think the strongest example for this when it comes to Sonic's character is Sonic and the Black Knight. Say whatever you want about the game. I have a lot of nostalgia towards that game, and I think they did Sonic's character amazing justice. Sonic Unleashed, I've never played the game. However, I did watch many playthroughs. Shout out Cabana456. I think if Sonic is portrayed correctly, you can do a lot with his character. But also, Sonic is a character that's been shown to age. And I know a lot of people don't like the multiverse thing they did with classic Sonic and modern Sonic. But I feel like it's something they did knowing what the future is going to entail. Like, I feel like it was a precaution they did just so they could be like, hey, by the way, this is not past Sonic. It kind of is, but it's also a different multiverse Sonic. You know, something like that. It was in Sonic Frontiers, Sonic Forces, which I still hate that game, and I hate that they even did that. I still don't like the decision, but I see where it comes from, is what I'm trying to say. Or they were just pulling it out their ass and they didn't even do their research. It's probably the latter, and I'm just giving them the benefit of the doubt. But as you can see, the answer to this question on the morality of games really just kind of shifts the more you talk about it. Because it also depends on what franchise we're talking about. Like Call of Duty, for example. A lot of games from Call of Duty are based off of, in real life sort of things. And that is both infinite and finite all at once. Like, with the latest Call of Duty game, I barely know anything about it. I plan on watching Pyrocynical play the game because I don't want to buy it. But like it's like sort of like an espionage type thing, and that's really fucking cool in my opinion. I think that shit's sick. And then it's also, but then you have to ask how many more times can you recycle the same formula over and over again? How many times can you do a story similar to that over and over? Like the story itself, that's fine, but the gameplay is also another thing we got to think about, because that's going to age as time goes on, and it's like how long you can do that. Pokemon is another one that I bring up. Pokemon is one of those franchises that I actually do believe you can do for nearly forever. I say nearly, but it practically is forever. Like, for example, every Pokemon region is based off of a country, the most recent one being Spain, and the next upcoming one, Pokemon Legends Z to A, that's based off of France. And they already different. They're going back to France now, but you know what I'm saying. So, like, you have pretty much almost an endless amount of ideas with that. With the concept of Pokemon, you have nearly an endless amount of ideas. Like, you have the wealth of creatures and items and just things that exist on this planet that you could turn into a catchable, marketable monster. And still to this day, they slap with Pokemon designs. Like, Gen 9, I don't care what you guys say, I think had amazing... Actually, I do kind of care what you guys say. Had amazing designs. I loved pretty much all of them. I'm generic for saying this, but I am a big Armarouge fan. Armarouge is really cool. I'm really generic for saying that, but I genuinely really like Armarouge. I also like Koraidon a lot as well. Koraidon's repping me, so I like him. He's cool. Other Pokemons I like are from that gen are I think it's Skeledirge. No, not Skeledirge. He's a cool Pokemon. Don't get me wrong, he's really fucking cool. It's not the one I'm thinking of. Is it Houndstone? How is it that? Did I say that right first time? Oh, I like the Olive Pokemon as well. The Smoliv. I like Smoliv. Smoliv is cute. Also, Bramble. I might be a bit of a Bramble fan. He's pretty cool. He's pretty simple. But the point is, Pokemon could do a lot of things. Like, there is so much you can do with the Pokemon formula. Issue is that formula grows more and more stale as time goes on. Pokemon Legends has, thank fucking God, spiced up that formula. And I am so hyped for Legends Z to A. Don't you fucking dare put leaks in my comment section. I will have you eviscerated from this planet. You can do so much with it. Like, you have so many countries, so many cultures that they can pull from. And, oh my gosh, dude, it's amazing. So many myths they can pull from. Pokemon has like a limitless wealth of ideas. But also, like, let's say Pokemon is like, we're 100 years in the future and Pokemon is still as strong as ever. So how many countries are they in then? Because like there's like, what? I can't name off the top of my head, but it's like 174 countries, 154. It's around the 170s, 150s. I know that. But the point being is like, that's about as many regions as they got left. They have like what? Well, they have a lot of regions left, so they can make games for a good. Damn, they probably have another 200 years. That's pretty sick. Pokemon's not going to be going anywhere, and also they have the endless amount of remakes. Pokemon is one of those franchises I can say that can continue going on forever, and I would not. And that's one that has a more realistic way of going on forever. One that that also comes to mind is, I'm just going to keep going down a list of games that I like, is Mario. The Mario series, it has its cookie cutter formula that doesn't get old, and yet they can also spice things up. Mario Go Save Princess Peach, Mario Go on Adventure, Mario Save Princess Peach, bada bing bada boom. It may not be saving Princess Peach specifically, it might be saving Kingdom, or more importantly, just stopping Bowser. Either way, it's a formula that works. It is a formula that works. It doesn't get old, at least to me. Like, because no one plays Mario for the story. Everyone plays Mario for Jumping Man. It's just good fun. So it works. Mario's another one of those. Like, he's like Mickey Mouse. He's the Mickey Mouse of gaming. You're not gonna get tired of the good old Mario. He's chill. He's cool. Just bump that guy. Minecraft is a game that is infinite. Like it literally is infinite. Well, maybe not truly infinite, but like within the amount of things you can do in this game, it's infinite. It'll last pretty much forever, and I don't think there will be a game, or maybe there will be a game in like the next maybe 20, 50 years, but I don't think there's going to be a game that comes close to what Minecraft has done with this level of sandbox. Like, it's simple, it's fun, it just has it all. Like, why do you think I'm sitting here? Why do you think I'm sitting here? Like, it's great. This is peak. This is peak. But also, they have the thing where like they're adding updates, and that always brings me with the question: how many updates are you going to add until it doesn't feel like Minecraft? Now, they are adding like minor updates now, or like it's like they add like little things going forward, and I really like that they're doing that. I think that's overall better, because I'd rather have a bunch of small updates than one massive update. At least me. Because I personally, I don't need big, massive updates every single time stuff happens. I think smaller, bite-sized updates kind of like to sprinkle in some fun and keep me coming back a little bit, even though that's not, the updates are not what keep me coming back to Minecraft. That's just me. I don't know. I don't think Minecraft needs constant new things. I love the things they're doing. I love the things they're adding. But I don't know. Minecraft is one of those games where I don't think it needs a crazy amount of stuff to be a masterpiece. The more stuff they add, the better it's going to get, of course. But I don't know. It's just one of those things. I'm not mad that they're adding stuff. I also think it's kind of unnecessary. But also at the same time, they gotta milk it as much as they can. And the people that work in Mojang and shit, they're doing the best they can. Plus, they got the Minecraft movie. Is Mojang doing the best? Yeah, that's a controversial take. Do I believe that? Put that on the back burner. But that's kind of the general ramblings on the games, on like just a handful of games that I like. Except Call of Duty. I've never touched a Call of Duty game. Now let's transition to a question to add on to this. Should we let games die? Should games and I don't mean, and also when I say death, I don't mean like fuck these games, throw it across, like get out of here. No, like what I mean is just like, it's like, think of like Avatar: The Last Airbender. I don't think they need to do anything more with that show. The show is done. They keep milking it for whatever they can. I have the genuine belief that they don't need to do anything else We don't need a sequel. Like, a sequel show would be fun, but I don't believe we need it. We definitely don't need a live action. I still haven't seen it. I refuse to see the new Netflix live action. I've seen the movie one. I've seen clips from the show. It's horrendous. This is one of those topics where it's like, do we let Avatar die? Not in the sense of, we forget about it. Because death doesn't mean you forget somebody. What I mean by it is, like, do we just leave it alone to let it be as it is? Not add any more things. Maybe you can do some fun stuff here and there, but just not add anything. Let it be its own thing. Because it's gonna live on in the hearts of many. And it's not gonna go anywhere. I firmly believe, like, things that are amazing and great and that touch people's hearts, that shit's not gonna go anywhere. It's not. Like, there's many movies that are gonna stick with me forever, and I'm pretty sure they haven't done shit with them, like Back to the Future. That's a trilogy that I love. I love Back to the Future a lot. I really want a Lego DeLorean. That I saw the price on that, and I cried on the inside. And I like Back to the Future. It's a great trilogy. I'm one of the few that actually like the third movie. I know. It's horrible. I know. I'm a horrible person. But as far as my knowledge goes, after the third movie, they haven't even tried to do anything with it. There's no remakes that have been tried. No Back to the Future 4s. If that ever happens, I'm going to take to the streets and riot. Don't touch Back to the Future, please. Don't. And if you even try to revive one of the actors with some digital necromancy bullshit, I swear on my mama's Vienna sausages, I fucking swear. Do we puppeteer a corpse that is a franchise who has a creator that's long dead? The vision that the creator has been kind of misconstrued a bit, and now you're just puppeteering a corpse. It's one of those things I think about, and I don't know, it's a little scary, especially when I'm somebody myself who's trying to create their own series and their own story and trying to put my foot in the door. That is writing fiction and creating manga and comics, anime. As somebody who's trying to get his foot in the door when it comes to that, it's a little scary, because I would not, like, when I die, I personally would not want anybody to touch my stuff unless, I died midway production and then, I gotta pass the torch to somebody. I hope that never happens. I don't want people touching my work, basically. It's the same with digital necromancy and how I feel about using the dead for things. Like with actors, for example. And by the way, there's a video that does a really fucking good job on going into, like, the movie side of things. Link in the description. I think it's made by Solar Sands. I think that's the channel name. Link in the description. Great fucking video. Amazing video. But he goes into a lot about, and this is a disgusting practice that I ain't gonna lie. The last movie I've seen was the Five Nights at Freddy's movie in movie theater, so I didn't even know this was like a thing happening. And plus, no movies really interest me nowadays. But you have, like, there's this, like, the thing going on with digital necromancy. I don't know if he coined that term or if someone else did, but I really like the term, so I'm gonna use it. But digital necromancy is when, you have a dead actor and you're bringing them back to life using digital, technology, and now you have their likeness in the movie, and it's fucking disgusting. I'm of the opinion that even if they give you their permission, even if relatives give permission, it might soften the blow a bit, but it's still very wrong. Like let's say someone gives like the person could give you permission after death, right? Like, yeah, you can use my likeness. And then you decide to use their likeness in some shit they would, you know, that they would fucking hate. Or like you use their likeness as like as a corpse. Or like there's also like the Superman example Solar Sand gives, where the actor for that guy, you know, I'm not gonna fucking sugarcoat. He killed himself. It's really, it's fucking disgusting. It is fucking disgusting. And it's just, I don't like that where media is going, where it's any like it's no long they know it's no longer they're not making stuff they're not making stuff for art anymore. They're making stuff for money, and it's ew. To bring it back with video games a bit, because this entire thing is a yap sesh that I have a loose set of notes that I'm following. How do I bring it back to video games? Do we keep pumping out these franchises, like video game franchises, over and over and over and over again? Because like it's not like it's different from. Oh, I got a burp coming. Like, yes, I know video games look different from movies, but you know the heart and soul is still there. The actors may not be there, but the people that make the games are people. And once they're gone, it's like a Mario game without Shigeru Miyamoto's influence. Like, of course, like everyone has their opinions on that guy, but you can't deny that that's the Mario guy. That's the fucking Mario guy. I'm pretty sure Mario games aren't really made with. I'm pretty sure he doesn't even make the games anymore. He just like supervises as a producer. But he's still giving his input. But once all the old heads that make all these games go, right? Like, what happens then? Like, is Mario still gonna be Mario then? Is Sonic still gonna be Sonic then? Is Pokemon still gonna be Pokemon then? And like, this goes for many other series. Is Zelda still gonna be Zelda? And this could even go for like maybe some other games that'll get revived in the future. Like, you know, what about Spyro? You know, because you know, who knows? They'll probably dig that up. A Little Big Planet, maybe. I'm reaching right now because I'm not gonna lie. I wish I grew up on PlayStation a bit more. God damn. It's one like once all these people are gone, is the soul still there? I'd say so. Maybe not in the new games, but definitely in the older games, and this is why video game preservation is so important. I would get into video game preservation. I would, trust me. But as I was typing the video, I was about to go. I was about to go so in. I was about to go so in on the stuff going on with video game preservation right now. But I need more time, and it's not going to come out with the next video and the video after that. So I already have 2 other things planned. And after those 2 videos, I'm not even sure if I'm going to continue this series. But if you guys like it, please let me know. Comment down below. Please give the video a like. Subscribe even. Shameless plug aside. I really want this topic here about preservation is something I care about heavily. And I honestly was about to go into the entirety of the fucking it's like what's it called? The copyright renewal section 1201, something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna link it down. I'm gonna link that down in the description as well, in case anybody wants to read it, because that's the official thing. I do have to warn you, it's 147 pages. I don't plan on reading it either. I plan on looking at doing a research around it, and also Control G type video games. See where that goes, and then also maybe read around. I could probably read 147 pages. I could probably do that. Maybe I'm doubting myself. I don't understand legal jargon. The pull this all the way back around to like the puppeteering thing I said way earlier. Again, this video is gonna be all over the place, like I've been saying. I haven't seen Dragon Ball Daima yet. I'm planning on seeing it at some point. I'm a little worried to watch it because, Toriyama Sensei's gone. I grew up with Dragon Ball. I remember my friend coming over we would take my sister's cheerleading mat, roll it out, and then we would pretend to fight each other all Dragon Ball-esque while playing. Like, I remember it was the Boo Saga on DVD. I'm 90% certain it was the Boo Saga, but we were playing that on DVD on the TV, and we were like pretending to fight. And and it's the DVD with like the wrong colorations and stuff. The good old times, nostalgia. But now that that's done and gone, or not that. Now that Toriyama Sensei is gone, I mean, even ever since Super started, I didn't think Dragon Ball had the sauce. Like ever since Super started, Dragon Ball did not have that sauce anymore. Like it just like it was Dragon Ball for the sake of Dragon Ball. Like Dragon Ball was dragging their balls. Like it felt like I'm the believer that Dragon Ball Super, the only reason why it exists is because more Dragon Ball, more money. And part of me thinks, Toriyama was gripped by his Dragon Balls. And with Dragon Ball Daima, I'm super hesitant to get into it. I've seen the animations. I saw the Boo Saga clips. The more I think about it, the more I want to watch it. I have no fucking idea what Daima's about. I saw the Kid Goku thing, and I've seen the opening as well. I'm very big on watching openings before even watching the anime. Why? Because I like openings a lot. I don't know why, I just do. And wow, that opening low-key kind of sucked. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it's just me, but I thought that opening was pretty fucking ass. But now that these people are gone, now that Toriyama Sensei is gone, and I guess even as extension Walt Disney, their soul, like they can't imprint, like I don't know. Now they can't imprint their soul on their works, because to me, the work is their soul. As long as Mario exists, Miyamoto exists for all I care. Miyamoto can be like 100 years. It'll be 100 years later, and as long as that piece of art exists, as long as Mario exists, Miyamoto exists. As long as Dragon Ball exists, Toriyama exists. As long as Mickey Mouse exists, Walt Disney, he exists. It's going to circle to one of the things I truly believe is video games, they're art. They are art. I don't care what you say. This is one thing you can't debate me on. I'm always open to opinions and comments. I even endorse it. But this is one of those things where I'm not going to delete your comment if you fucking say video games aren't art. I'm not going to delete it. But you are wrong. I will just say right now, you can save your comment because you're wrong. No different from painting, no different from writing, no different from dancing, no different from sports, no different from sculpting, no different from videos and film. Video games are art. I don't know what's gonna get it through y'all's numbskulls, especially you guys in the U.S. The government. I'm in the U.S., but the government. The geriatrics that run our government. But video games are art. It's literally every single art form baked into one. Like, it has literally fucking everything. Maybe it doesn't have, the traditional means of art, of course. You don't. But, maybe it does. Maybe they took a picture and put it in there. You don't know that. You have pixel artists. Absolute fucking amazing. Especially you got the ones back then working with what they had. I've been playing, I played Metroid Zero Mission, not too long ago. I played Metroid Zero Mission not too long ago, and that game is fucking beautiful. God, Metroid Zero Mission is such a good game. It is such a good game, and it's so beautiful. The music, the atmosphere, it's so good. And I know, and if I remember correctly, one of the points in what the copyright renewal said was, or one of the things they tried to argue was that, video games, recreational purposes. People only play for recreational purposes. You can't study anything from games. This is the most bullshit thing ever. If I could, there was literally a fucking class. I swear, there was a fucking class on Red Dead Redemption 2. You can learn so much from video games. That's just one game. Imagine what each game has to fucking pull. Pokemon, for example. I'm currently in a Myth and Monsters Pokemon. I'm currently in a Myth and Monsters class. And Pokemon gets brought up constantly in that class. Final Fantasy gets brought up constantly in that class. Not only because my professor is an absolute nerd. He is the GOAT. But also, those games it's pop culture. It's part of culture. Same thing as any form of art is. Video games are baked into our culture. They take from our culture, just like how movies take from our culture, just like how art takes from our culture, just like how paintings take from our culture, just like how writing takes from our culture. They become our culture. Video games, they're art, and they deserve to be studied, and everything. And I bring up why, and I'm saying video games are art, is because art is what makes you immortal. If anybody wants to achieve immortality, instead of just becoming infamous or becoming a world leader or someone political, art makes you immortal. It's something I firmly believe, without a shadow of a doubt. Every single person that has worked on a video game, and especially the big titles, they are essentially immortal now. The mortality of games is also the mortality of the people behind it. Yeah, in like 50 to 100 years, these people will be dead. But are they dead? I don't think they're dead. I don't think they're dead. Not at all. When I always come back to Miyamoto because he's the easiest one I can fucking name. But well, when Miyamoto dies, he's not going to be dead. He won't be dead in the slightest. In fact, he'll be thriving. His soul will live on forever because of Mario. Mario, his son, is going to carry the torch that is his soul. And whenever people see Mario, they're going to think Miyamoto. Maybe not everybody, maybe not kids, but you get what I'm saying, right? You know, it's still true. Like when people go back to study Mario, and who made Mario? Miyamoto. And the way Mario works, how the game is, that says so much about who Miyamoto is as a person. I know he didn't just make Mario. I know Zelda's there as well, Star Fox, and all those games. Everything he's worked on. And I know he's not the only person, but what I'm still trying to say is, like, for the people that worked on these games, the games say so much about them. Mario says so much about Miyamoto as a person. It's fucking fun. It's adventurous. The music gets your spirits up. Like, it's a fun adventure. Fun. That's what Miyamoto's about. Fun. I'm not good at describing a lot of things, especially right now when it's the middle of the night and I'm running on like 3 hours of sleep. I haven't slept in a while, guys, but it's one of those. Oh man, I can't put it into words. I really can't. I really fucking can't. It's fucking beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. The thing that constitutes death in this sense is, like, if the art dies, then the person dies. That person's dead forever. That's like if all of One Piece, like some like Ohara shit, was fucking like burned away, gone. Like Oda's gone. Oda's gone. Like somehow, like all of One Piece manga was burned and scrubbed from the internet. Like that would never fucking happen. But just imagine. Oda's fucking dead. Like if that was to happen, he is essentially dead. Like a person died. Like I know this is a quote straight out of One Piece, but it's something I truly fucking believe. A person dies when they are forgotten. Straight up. Bottom line. A person dies when they are forgotten. And the best and one of the most beautiful ways to be immortal is through art. Because art isn't just, you speak your beliefs and, you keep going. It shows your beliefs. It shows it through the pen strokes you make. It shows it through the decisions you make with the brush. It shows it with the word choice in your literature, and even with video games. It shows it with every pixel you put down, every loop-de-loop you put in the Sonic game, where it's placed, every decision in level design, the gameplay styles, the story, everything. Everything speaks to who you are as a person. Like, let's go back to One Piece. You read One Piece, and you will understand what kind of person Oda is. Not just through like the SBSs he puts in there, but just through the story alone. It gets you to understand who Oda is as a person. Like an example I would like to pull up as well is how, as time goes on, like Dressrosa, for example. This was around the time. I mean, I don't think it was around the time, but Oda's a father at that point. So there's a really strong emphasis on a father-daughter relationship. And even with Fishman Island as well and other arts, there's a lot of familial things going on there. And I think part of the reason why that's so strong during time skip is because, Oda's a father now. And he's getting all, and he's telling us, hey, this is how I feel. This is what I feel about parenting and shit. And I don't know, it's like art really just it shows who that person is. He's immortal now. He's having a conversation with us through the fucking pages. Same thing with a drawing or a painting. You analyze that shit, you look at it, and it's like, damn, the colors they chose, the way the fucking expressions they're showing, the angles, the depth, like, it all just tells you, damn, that's what that person is telling me. I don't know, it's just, art is really fascinating to me. I think as a collective, the term art needs to be pushed past, not just, things that, like, people draw, people paint, and I'm not saying, and sculpt, and I'm not saying like, those people, is any less than what I'm saying. No, not a fucking, oh, I fucking love you guys. I would get on my knees and fucking suck you off right now. What? I appreciate art a lot. Even with sports. Sports is a form of art as well. I feel like a lot of people would argue against that as well, like video games, but I would say sport is an art. The training these people go through, and then passing down the things they learn to other people. It's an art form. It's fucking beautiful. And it's like video games as well. You got the rules and regulations and the ways you play the game, just like a video game. Oh my god, wait, sports is a real life game, and then video game is a game, but in video form. It's fucking crazy. Even if the artist is forgotten, the piece that they have crafted isn't. The soul that is within the piece will never be forgotten. Meaning what the piece represents and what it's trying to communicate to us, it's never going to go away. It's there. It's going to be there forever. And even more so, as time progresses, that message might evolve more and more. Maybe even resonate with people even more as time goes on. The art is an extension of the artist. Like every pen stroke, every single dot of paint put, every pixel placed down, every training session someone in sports has, every word chosen, every single action an artist makes, it's an expression of humanity. And that expression of humanity is part of the reason why AI art is not art. Art is literally the expression of humanity in a tangible form that we can witness, and we can partake in and have fun with, and learn to understand each other a bit more. It's human expression at its greatest. AI, and that's why AI art just isn't art. It's not human expression. It's a machine's expression of humanity, or what a machine thinks humanity is. It's something along those lines. General AI. I'll probably make a video. You know, if we have a season 2, that's another video on the list of things I want to talk about. So to kind of bring it back home, should we let these games die, or can they even die at this point? I know you know, I feel like the question was more so pertaining to like, should companies keep milking video games for money and profit? And it's a weird question to ask because, on one hand, yeah, I mean, no, ooh, yeah, see, it's a hard question. Depends if they do it right. I think it depends if they do it right. I think I think that makes sense. There's a right way to do things and there's a wrong way to do things. Like all the Disney movie remakes. I think each one is an example of the wrong way to do things. So Star Wars trilogy, I actually seen it. Horrible. I only went to see it because my friends saw it and I went with them. Yeah, that sucked. That sucked. I'm not even a fucking Star Wars fan of that shit's ass. But then also, if you do it the right way, it'd be amazing. Like, I've heard really amazing things about the Resident Evil remakes and there's also other remakes as well, like Link's Awakening. That's a fucking amazing remake. I love Link's Awakening. Like things like I think there's a right way to do things and there's a wrong way to do things, and it's about doing it the right way. There's no fine line in the middle. You just do it right. And I think it comes down to really don't make a remake for the sole purpose of a profit. For a profit. Don't make a remake for the sole purpose of a profit. You want to make a remake to honor the person, to honor their legacy, to honor the message they were trying to bring to people. If you don't honor that, that is the most disrespectful thing ever. And honestly, you know, if ghosts are real, just know I'm coming to haunt your ass and I'm gonna throw hands with you spiritually. I don't know how that works. Maybe I like do some stuff with your brain, but yeah. Oh yeah, probably should have explained the hair. Yeah, I got out the shower earlier. This is just how I have my hair right now. So, hey, if y'all like the look, hey, let me know. So yeah, here's to another video where I don't answer a question because I am a believer that a lot of these questions don't have one true answer. I think the only answer to this question is if you're gonna make something, and if you're gonna milk it for eternity, make sure you respect the core vision and the original reason why this was made. Understand its history. Understand the person behind it. Understand the soul. I think that's about it I have for today, or tonight, I guess. Well, actually, looking behind me. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna hit the hay, and next time, the final 2 videos. I plan on them being on my 2 favorite games of all time. I'm pretty excited to do both of them. Thank you. I need to fucking go to bed. Owie zowie. Actually, now that I think about it. I can't believe